Hello everybody, it's John from Hillbilly Wine 101, and today I got something that I'm really excited about. Not sure if it's going to be really good or it's going to taste like not so good, but I am excited about the concept. Now, my old partner Wendell has brought over a very unique bottle of wine. Wendell, what do we have, sir? Apothic Brew, alright? Infused with cold brew coffee. Red wine infused with cold brew coffee. Right? Limited release. This is a limited edition. Just came out in April 2018. 13.5% alcohol. I paid $13.97. And it is bottled by Apothic Wines, Modesto, California. Now, cold brew apparently has grown in the U.S. by 80% last year. Cold brew coffee. And what that is obviously everybody knows how to make coffee, right? You steep the grinds in hot water and you have coffee. What cold brew is you... say you use a mason jar or a French press would be perfect. That's how I make my hot coffee. I put the coffee in the bottom of the French press. I pour in really hot water. I stir it. I leave it in there for like 3 minutes. I put the plunger in, which holds the grinds, and I pour my coffee. In cold press, what you would do is you would put the coffee grinds in there. You would add the water and experiment, because you use more grinds when you do it this way than you do when you do a hot press, or a normal way to make coffee. And you would let it seep for anywhere from 12 to like 24 hours. So if I was going to experiment with it, I would probably double the amount of coffee I normally use, put my water in there with double the amount of coffee, stick it in the refrigerator, 12 hours later, I would have it. Why would you do that? Well, supposedly, and I've never had it, it makes the coffee less acidic. So if you don't like acidic things, or it bothers your stomach, that makes it supposedly less acidic and makes a smoother cup of coffee. I don't know. It's a lot of time. You're using twice as much coffee. If I was to try that personally, I would then microwave it, because it's not going to add any acidity, and I like hot coffee. I do not like cold coffee. You can do that. I may try it just to see if I notice a difference. I guess you can also heat up some water and pour the cup, and then pour the water in there to dilute it if it was extra strong, and heat it that way. I would just microwave it. Alright, so that's what cold brew coffee is. Well, the winemaker here at Apothic, he likes, he's been involved in that craze, and he's drinking it, and he decided, hey, I noticed a lot of notes that would pair well with wine. Obviously I'm a winemaker, I'm drinking this coffee, so he decided to try and infuse this with the cold brew coffee. And there you have it. So now, and it's a limited edition, we're going to try it here tonight. We're going to see if this is any good. Is this like a unbelievably great Red Bull energy drink? No. That actually is good for you and tastes good? I don't know. Is this going to make you all drink wine in the morning? I don't know. Is this going to go after dinner with dessert? We're going to find out here in a second. All right? I'm going to do all the work for y'all, and we're going to find out. So, let's get rolling. Whoa, 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 whoa. What am I having a problem lately? Now, this just puts the cork in. No. Now I've got a problem. Houston, I have a problem. I have a problemo of biblical proportions. Alright. And looky there. Now I need something to plunge in there and get that cork down. I do not know. Folks, a pen is a handy wine tool. Alright. I've made a mess. And we're going to do it like this. See, this is engineering here. This is what you call, folks, I could have been, and I should have been, an engineer. And I've got a giant mess. So, Anyway, let's get to doing this. I didn't get to use my aerator. I didn't get to use my fancy dandy decanter, but all right. Ooh, all right, what we got going on? I'm gonna tell you this. Oh, and he come up and he experimented and with the right blend of red or of grapes, to which I have no idea what grapes he used. This smells like. I'm not happy with the smell. It smells like really, really old, burnt coffee that's been sitting around maybe for a few days. And I can't get past that. And I could probably pick apart some stuff in here, but it's got a medicine-y, old coffee, burnt coffee, old coffee, medicine-y smell. It may just need to aerate a little bit, and I didn't get to put it in my decanter or anything. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give this wine every chance I can give it. Alright, I'm going to give it every chance. Alright, that should do it. I'll do one more. I was really hoping this was going to be great. And it might be. Let's see. But if the palate confirms the nose, actually, okay, that helped. Now it does smell more like coffee, a little less medicine, a little less burnt, a little less old. Still not the greatest, but it has brought it up a few notches. Alright. Still a very odd smell, but not as bad, but not unbelievably pleasing. And this is just 13.5% alcohol, did I? Alright, here's the deal. It's different. It is not terrible. It does not taste like it smells. And it's starting to smell a little better. So, tip number one, you're going to aerate the hell out of this, or you're going to open it up a good hour before dinner, or whatever the hell you're going to drink. Alright, that's number one. Number two, let me just say it's smooth. It's not real acidic. It's not real. It's just, it is smooth. I'm gonna try and explain that term. I don't know. It's not like got the tannin, the real bitterness. It's not got real acid in there. It's just kind of smooth. So I like that. It tastes. It's 13.5%, so it's not going to be sweet, but it does taste. You know what it tastes like? Because of smoothness and creaminess. I'll tell you what this tastes like. Bear with me. All right, two of my favorite things is coffee and wine. I've never had them together, so just let me work through this a little bit. It tastes like a, okay, you know how they make all those coffee creamers? All kinds of flavors. Chocolate mocha, vanilla, caramel, whatever, all those coffee creamers are kind of sugary and sweet. It tastes like a strong cup of coffee with, like a chocolate mocha, vanilla mixed creamer in there, which you know how that is a little creamy and smooth and mellows out that acidic coffee and adds a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of that flavor. And that's the best way I'm going to describe this. And I'm going to tell you now, nobody's going to like this. You're either going to love this or you're going to hate this, I think. You might like it. But I think a lot of people are going to pick this up and they're going to love it. Okay? And I'm going to tell you why. It's smooth. It's kind of, you can taste the coffee. Almost stronger than the wine, to me. It tastes sweet. It's not a sweet wine because 13.5. It's not going to be sweet, but it does taste sweet. It tastes like dark coffee with creamer and a shot of wine. There was a little a little tannic, puckery coffee thing going on, but it is smooth. How I would drink this, now that I'm thinking about it, this won't go with like supper, in my opinion. Okay, what this would go with is just a sipper. Oh, and they recommend you do this either slightly chilled to room temperature, which is what this is. This is either a sipper, just sitting around with something different and drinking it with no food, anything like that, just enjoying the difference and picking out some stuff maybe over the next however long this develops. Or after dinner, when everybody's drinking their coffee, and you have a glass of this after dinner. After you've eaten, maybe you've had some other wine, and now they're all pouring coffee, and you're going to have this. This wouldn't go with any kind of sweet dessert. It would go by itself. Maybe this would go with, you ever have more European cookies or European cakes to where they're not real sweet like American a lot of times. They're, you get some nice flavor and stuff, but they're not real sweet. I'm thinking like some Japanese desserts. I don't know if you've ever, you got to learn to appreciate that. They're not real sweet like an American cake or something like that. If you know what I'm talking about, Italian cookies or something, I think this would go with it. Okay, nothing too sweet. Maybe like an almond-based cookie, almost like and I'm throwing this in there. Wasn't what I was thinking about. Maybe like a fortune cookie type thing, something like that. Maybe a cookie with nuts in it, slight mocha chocolate cookie, something like that. But not a real sweet one. Maybe it would go with, and it's coffee taste, and it might go with a cheesecake. I'm not sure if cheesecake would be too sweet, but cheesecake isn't only that sweet. It may or may not work with that, but it would work with those desserts, or for a dessert, or just by itself. I think you should buy it, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it's different, and I think if you brought this somewhere and poured it for people before you ate at a party, or after the party, or just had it sitting there and not, and where it's just finger foods and people could taste it, I think it's cool enough and it's different enough to where it would be a big hit, and it probably at least 25%, maybe 75%, I don't know, other people are going to like it, think it's great. And I think I would appreciate it, even though I'm not crazy about it, but it's so different and unique that I would have to try it. I'm glad I tried it, and I suggest you try it. It's not horrible. People are going to like it. I would love for you to try it, comment, and tell me where you stand on this, because I'd be really interested. So, Apothic Brew, infused with cold brew coffee. Everybody, give it a shot. Let me know what you think. You'll be a hit at the party. Get it now because it's limited edition, and just get a bottle and let me know what you think. So, from Hillbilly Wine 101, everybody, cheers-yola.